Thank you very much. So happy to be back in the land of the free. Freedom, eh? What a wonderful word. So right now I want you to think in one word in your head that you can match this word with. So if I say freedom, what would you say?
Freedom equals discipline.
Discipline, good.
Freedom of time.
Time, okay, good.
One word?
Yes.
So just to be yourself.
Okay, to be yourself, good. Well, the definition of freedom is to have the power to do whatever you want without restriction or imprisonment. How do we get there? How do we get our freedom? What's the law of nature? How do you get to be the best and the fittest? By strength, right? The problem is that strength starts to wither with your years. When you start to wither and decay, unfortunately, there is no way to avoid that. But there is a path in which you could choose how to get there. And we will get there. But first, I want to share a little bit about myself. I had the fortune of growing up with all my grandparents alive when I was little, and especially my two grandfathers. So the father of my mother, the father of my father. Both really strong men, businessmen, stubborn. The classical, I'm not gonna give up. So the father of my father, a very successful businessman, never suffered of anything, not even a root canal. The guy was a bull. One day, got upset, heart attack, done. What happened there? He was a bull. He was a Viking. He was, someone that I always admired. My other grandfather, same story. Businessman, very stubborn, but his way of living this earth was a little bit slower. First his heart started to fade, then his nervous system, whatnot. The last thing that went was his mind. And this is the hardest part, because when he was about to go, he was saying, I have so much to do. I have so many things that I want to do. And this damn body is not cooperating. I'm still young here, man. I have projects. I have goals. I have things to teach you. I have things that I want to share with the world. And this goddamn body is failing me right now. So all of you who right now are healthy, you're blessed. Because we don't appreciate health until we're sick or we're bedridden. And you see, I've been in finance for over 18 years. I've helped thousands of people to reach their financial goals. And it strikes me like a paradox that once they reach that level, they cannot enjoy it. They're already sick, or they died. Like my best friend died during COVID, and he was very successful. He was like 15 years older than me, and he just disappeared, stopped living. So the real wealth is how healthy you are. That's the real wealth, because you can go broke 1,000 times, but if you have the strength and the stamina to stand up again and create from zero, because we can do it, everybody can do it. So health is what we have to focus on. So the body, and the human body, a very complex machine, the best of evolution, we're kind of the ones who rule this world. It's a complex machine that we still don't understand fully, but we have been investigating about different systems. We have like the digestive system, we have the nervous system, we have the cardiac system. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not a doctor or scientist, but I understand how it works. And we have found also the longevity system. And we have found out that it could be like a software part of for our hardware. It can be reprogrammed, can be retaught to do things through different, well, not so simple methods. But this is where AI which is a tool that is like a loaded gun. It depends who holds it, is either good or bad, right? We have taught this AI to start to analyze different things in our bodies. Also, we acquired 50 years of research from Manuel Elkin Batarroyo. He was the one who discovered the cure and the vaccine for malaria. So we're not just a startup. We're starting from somewhere. So we're taking all this information and we place it in the AI system, and he's running simulations all the time to tell us how to program our bodies to live longer and to be better. And also, most importantly, to how to code a solution for each person. Because we have noticed something. The industry of medicine is like one solution for everybody, but we don't concentrate that, or we don't realize that one medicine is not good for each person. Like the pills that are good for me are not good for you. Or right now I'm going through something really hard that my mom has cancer. So the chemo, started good, but at some point it's not working anymore. Why? Why it works for one person, not for the other? And this is where we found with FitMap, the institution of Batarroyo, they were trying to create some sort of cure for cancer, but coded to the people. Each person will have their own treatment. So that's when we found a match. So we were looking how to extend life, or one way. They're looking to see how to cure people that other way. So we joined forces, and right now we developed this system that we call MEM. The first M is for measuring. So you can go exercise, have a good diet, but if you don't measure what you're doing nothing. Data, like one of my peers said, is fundamental. If you don't analyze the data, you don't know what you're doing. I was an example of that. I was going to the gym 5 times a week, eating right. Yeah, I got muscle, I got big, but fat. So I was like, this is not right. Like, I'm doing everything right, but I cannot shred the fat. What's going on? I did blood test, everything. Doctor said, no, you're perfect. I don't know what's going on with you. Okay, we run it through the AI, and it found something really interesting about me. Insulin resistance. I was like, wait, but my result was normal. Normal in the higher percent of it. So just a little detail that I had to fix. So we fixed it. We used some of our experimental things to fix it, and I shredded. So if you can adjust that little thing, imagine what you can do if you can adjust the longevity system. So measure is the first thing. The E is engineering. So you engineer the solution for your problem. In my case, insulin resistance that only a machine could notice. So that's when AI it can be used for good things, because nowadays people use ChatGPT as an example as their confidant. By the way, your thoughts are public. Like, if you see the terms and conditions, there's no confidentiality in what you say there. So all your problems, eventually they can use them. So there is a need to feed the machine. So going back to that, we can really use this tool for what it was meant to. Processing information at a faster rate, researching at a faster rate, and running simulations way faster. So now some research that will take, 10 years, you can do it in months. That's why 2025 was so important for, I don't know if you have noticed, but now we are coming up with new solutions, new technologies faster and faster and faster, is because this tool, AI. So we're using it to do that engineering. And the final stage is just, we have measuring, maintaining, I forgot the last one. So that's the MEM system. So maintaining, we keep checking what's going on with your body, how it's reacting to what we're doing. And basically the idea is that in the future, in a very short future, because we're almost there, is that I can send you a kit. Like first, we do some tests. We run it through our AI. We take one of our formulas and we send you either a pill or an injection that can just keep your system working the best way it can. And in the coming years, because I think in the next 4 or 5 years, we are going to see a big change in the health industry in which everything is going to be focused on longevity. So nowadays, we have the chance, some people who are very ill, to choose how they want to die. I want to give you guys the choice how to live more years. That's kind of the thing I wanna give you with this project, and not to see people like my grandfather just with wishes that never came through because his body was just betraying him. But it's part of life. It's not that we're gonna become moral or anything. And it's because the continuum, that's something that not many people talk about. Continuum is the only thing that matters. So we only lose it when we're asleep, but when we die, it's over. So we have to make the best of it. And well, that's all I have to say for today. So thank you very much.